This team, many of whom have been with me since the start of my journey here 7 years ago, are a bunch of battlers. They will fight to the last, and there are still 2 trophies that we could yet win this season. But I think that we've come to the end of the line, because now the board have turned against us, and I'm not sure that we can battle the board as well as everything else. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Norwich, part 57, season 7, in the Ferguson save, set in the future. And although we have not been away for very long and only a few games have been played, 2 of those games were the most important games of the season. And we played Chelsea in the Premier League, and we played also Barcelona away in the first leg of the Champions League semi-final. And this is what happened. And so as we come into the final part of the season, today I'm not sure how this episode is going to go, and a lot of it will depend on the result against Barcelona. Because if we have a look at what's happened in the schedule and what's to come, as you know, we beat Barcelona and Chelsea since you were last here, but we also beat Tottenham, which contributed to the Premier League success. We now have to play Barcelona in our first game in the second leg of the Champions League semi-final. We've got to remain optimistic of getting to the final, and we have to play West Ham in the FA Cup final. And so the results in between are totally irrelevant. Having already won the Premier League, we have now 4 trophies out of 4. And with just 2 more to play for, can we win all 6 this season? So today, I guess we will play the second leg of the semi-final against Barcelona, and if we get to the final, we will then proceed to the final against West Ham. I will play the 3 games in between off camera, and we'll go to the final against West Ham. And then if we are in the final, we will follow that in the next episode with the final of the Champions League. and that will be followed by a season review and possibly the save review. But if we fail to beat Barcelona today in the semi-final, we will then go straight to the final, and that will be the end of season game in the FA Cup final against West Ham. It all depends on what happens against Barcelona. And it may well also be the end of the save. And that is because the board have turned against us. Under the guise of having extremely difficult financial problems, we have been presented with our new transfer budget, which is 3,959,000. Although we do have a very nice wage budget, a 400,000 increase in the wage budget, even if I make adjustments all the way along, which still only leaves us with 19 million in the kitty. And so, as happened in Benfica, the financial decline in the club has started to happen. And so that what that means is that it's going to be an uphill battle. The save is telling me that I have to play young players, buy young players, and then develop young players. We don't have the time to do that. We have only 5 seasons to win the treble. I think if we don't win the treble this season, we have to call it a day. And even though we would have to sell players to replace them, as you can see, for the first time in my history of being here, there are very few players who are actually wanted. Normally, this is filled with wanted players. And unfortunately, this time, it's not. And so the game is creating challenges now. It has become not a simulation. It is just one more difficult challenge after another. And I don't think we can sustain it. It will take too long to build up a team from youth players. And if we don't win the treble this season, I will hold my hands up and say we were defeated. But we do have 500 points, and that is still a good haul from the save. And if you are playing along or you're thinking about playing the Ferguson save, how are you doing? How many points do you guys have? And can you beat the 500 that we are possibly going to end up with? However, if we do win the treble, we will have 1,000 points, and that's going to take some beating. Now there's a challenge for you guys. But right now we are going to focus on Barcelona. We have a 3-1 lead from the first leg. We should be able to hold on to that, but you just never know in FM. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today against Barcelona is Götze in goal, with Kamara, Muntian, Abve and Plantier at the back. Pasquale, Pejuan and Zaprapoulis in midfield, with Aranda, Maric and Wilden up front. Wilden is currently on 46 goals for the season. It would be awesome if Wilden can get to 50 goals for the season. At the moment, he has 4 games in which to do it, possibly 5 games. And then he will have the Champions League final on top of that, should we get to the final. And I'm going to say, yeah, if we carry our last performance into this game, we will do very, very well. Come on, Wilden, score some goals today. Get yourself nearer to that 50-goal marker, and hopefully we will do well. But it is going to be Barcelona on the attack. I've decided to go out and attack Barcelona today. They didn't really pose too many problems for us in the last game, but they've caused a problem for us in the first few minutes, and we have gone a goal behind. It is now Barcelona 2, Norwich 3. And that was just poor defending. It really was absolutely awful. And sometimes these team talks just don't make any sense. They have not carried their last performance into this game. It took a wicked deflection, but Cerner should have been tight marked. He wasn't. And again, it's a team, Barcelona, who are very tired, and we don't have a very good record playing against extremely tired teams. And at the moment, it's still Norwich 0, Barcelona 1. It's all Barcelona. Are we going out at this stage? This is a bit of a worry. It's all Barcelona, and they are absolutely hammering us, and we need to do a lot better. We have intercepted that long ball forward, but Barcelona are coming again. I wonder, should I go into a low block, because this is not working at the moment, and Barcelona are looking very menacing. Could they make it 2? They are going to make it 2. It's 2-0 and they are level. And this is probably where we are going out. I think I have to go into the low block now. I have to try and control this game a little bit better. We're not playing very well. And we have to just slow things down now. And try our best to get back into this game. I am not going to do any counter pressing. We're going to try and slow it down. We need possession now. We'll play with a shorter passing game and we'll be dribble less, be more disciplined. We are losing this game. We are losing this tie at the moment, and this is not acceptable. And I need to shout at these boys and tell them this is not acceptable. Barcelona have come here and absolutely hammered us, and I was not expecting that. We are actually a better team than Barcelona, but we are not showing it. Our performance is absolutely shocking, and this does not sit well with me. And although you can see the shots on target ratio, Barcelona are winning that, and so they're winning the game. And unless we do more to get more shots on target, then we are not going to win this game. Barcelona are dominating us. We have a very poor record against tired teams. They're in again. They're going to score again. It's now 3-0, and this is an absolute disaster. I don't know what else I can do now except sit back, relax, and watch us going out of the competition. Barcelona are now ahead, and I'm totally depressed now. This is not how I wanted the save to end, and we've just played really badly, and I don't know why. This is a shocking performance, and to be 3-0 down in 30 minutes, and Munti in 6.2, Avbe 6.4. I got to shout and berate this team. It's absolutely shocking. And I don't know what to do. And I really have no idea. What was that? I have to tell them what was that. It was absolutely dreadful. I don't know if changing the tactic is going to help in any way. Probably not. The shots on target ratio is fairly even at the moment. Both teams are around about 50%. So we only need to get one more goal. We could be back in this game. And here's Wilden in. Wilden's got the goal. It's level on the day now. It's now Norwich 1, Barcelona 3. It could go either way now. And maybe going back into the low block has helped us out. I'm not so sure. But all we can do is keep trying our best. Wilden, brilliant. And he has now got another goal. That's 47 for the season. What a player. And I think possibly if we keep doing what we're doing now, maybe we can just sneak back into this game. Here is Götze to Avbe. They've got to do a lot better. They have picked up the defense since we went into the low block. It's not perfect, yeah, but it's getting to look a little better. Shots on target now, we are just edging. And that really is the only stat, as I've said for many months now, that you need to look at. If you are winning the shots on target, you win the game. And here comes Pasquale, looking over the top for Wilden. It's not going to reach him. He won't give that up. Wilden has made it 3-2, and now we are back in front. And how quickly in FM, depression turns to joy. It's Norwich 2, Barcelona 3, Wilden's 48th goal of the season, Pasquale's rather hopeful ball over the top. What an error. And we have now made it 3-2. I wonder if I need to make some changes very, very shortly. I think that possibly will be a good idea. Barcelona are going to play it out, and we are just going to hopefully continue to do what we're doing. We are in front now, 5-4 on the tie. It's going to go right down to the very end, I think, as Barcelona are looking to play it out again. And we are looking to defend. That's a good tackle. We've won the ball again. Aranda picks up the ball, finds Abve to Plantia finds Abve to Muntian. Defenders are still not playing brilliantly. Our central defenders are poor, but Wilden is in again. Wilden, can he get his hat-trick? He can. It is now Norwich 3, Barcelona 3. What a turnaround. Lewis Wilden, a hat-trick. Norwich have somehow got ourselves back into this game. The defending from Barcelona has been as bad as ours was in the first half. I think now it is time to go and make a few changes here. Let's put some fresh legs on the pitch. And so we have made our changes, and we are somehow winning this tie by 6 goals to 4 now. What a turnaround, what a comeback. But we cannot afford to let Barcelona back into this game. Is this going to go down to the wire? Is this going to be one of those games where we just are not going to be sure? Barcelona are going to need to score 3 times. We're defending not very well, and Barcelona are in again. Barcelona are going to score. It's a great save from Prescott. I have taken Götze off. Götze has taken a lot of the blame again in goal. And so Prescott, who has been a very, very good reserve goalkeeper, has come on, and Barcelona are looking to threaten. They have a chance from outside the box. It's a big shot that flies over the crossbar. I need to shout and drop some encouragement to the whole team. Hang on, boys. We are nearly there. Just 20 minutes to go. This is going to be a very, very long 20 minutes for me. The ball flies into the box. It's headed clear. Well done, Norwich. And we are doing very, very well. We just need to keep doing what we're doing. We do have a free kick, and Abve is going to bring it forward, but that's a dreadful error, and Barcelona are going to bring it forward. Lovely tackle, but the ball is lost again, and Barcelona are in. What a save by Prescott. Prescott has to become the new first-team goalkeeper. In fact, I may well drop Götze after this. He's so unreliable sometimes. But Prescott does always seem to come on and do a good job. And so, as he is very much in the England reckoning, it's time to say to Prescott, this is your chance. And Barcelona almost get another one. But Prescott has made another save. Come on, Norwich, we've got this. We can do this. There are just 10 minutes to go. Do not let Barcelona score at this point in time. There's too much time, and we're going to try and specifically mark this boy. He's causing too many problems, but it is coming to an end. This has been a remarkable comeback. My sorrow has turned to joy as we have made it to the Champions League final. We won it. It was a draw. But what a comeback that was. I consider that to be a victory. What a result. What a game. And what a player Lewis Wilden is. And he just continues to perform. What a player. He has been with me from the start. And this is now, I think, 48 goals, this season. He has 49 goals this season now. And there's still a lot of games to be played. What a player. And he is going out with me in style. We've got to go and get ready now to play against West Ham. We have 3 games to play off camera. We will do that, and then we will come back for the FA Cup final against West Ham. Are we going to make it 5 trophies from 5? We'll be right back. And so we are back, and as you can see, things have gone pretty well. We did lose Lewis Wilden to injury for a couple of weeks, so Fanardi carried the can up front and did okay. We played against Bournemouth after that game against Barcelona, and we beat them by 4-2. A very tame 2-2 draw away at Everton was to follow that. And then we beat Newcastle at home in our final game of the Premier League season. And that meant that in the Premier League, we finished on top of the league. We have 88 points this season. We finished 12 points clear of Chelsea. What a remarkable performance from this team. We are now coming up to the FA Cup final, the only trophy that we are yet to win. And if we can win this trophy today, then that means that the Alex Ferguson challenge is still winnable. We will only need to beat Juventus in the Champions League final in the next episode to achieve the maximum 1,000 points that this save has to offer. This is the biggest game now of the season, and I keep saying that, but every game gets bigger and bigger. Let's go and kick some balls. And so here we are, the FA Cup final against West Ham, the only trophy in 7 seasons that we haven't won. What a chance this is to add another trophy to the trophy cabinet. And the team for today is Prescott in goal with Kamara, Reguan, Rahim and Hernandez at the back, Pasquale, Pejuan, Zaprapoulos in midfield, with Puk, Kitambala and Wilden up front. And I think we are going to be putting Pook on attack as we go into this game against West Ham. We are going to continue with the low block. We switched it, as you remember, when we were 2-0 down against Barcelona and it looked like we were out of that competition. We went to the low block and we managed to recover. We've played the low block ever since and it served us very well. Wilden is back today and hopefully he will have a very good game today. He's still on 49 goals for the season. It would be really nice to get him to 50 here today. I've told the team I'm not expecting them to win. This is a day for the supporters. Get out there, make a difference. It would be lovely if we could complete the save this season. I don't feel very optimistic at the moment, as West Ham will have the first attack and they have headed over the crossbar. I think we have to watch Maliti, who is a former Norwich player. I think we have to watch how he is playing, and if he is having a good game, I do sense that he will be a danger. But West Ham are taking the game to us, and maybe the low block is not the best way to start the final. But we do conserve energy this way, and we can switch to a more attacking style if it comes to it. And here's Zaprapoulos. We're just about getting away with things at the moment. West Ham have had all the chances. We're not creating anything. I think it's time now to switch to a much more attacking style. But we'll wait until this highlight is over. West Ham are very, very dangerous at the moment. They are not a good team. We are way better than West Ham, but I think we're just allowing them far too much space, far too many opportunities. I think it's time to change it up now. And so we have made our changes now, and hopefully we can come back into this game. We have come back into it a little bit. We're still not creating too much. Zaprapoulos has a free kick, though. We do have a highlight. It's into the penalty area. It's hit the crossbar, and that was so unlucky. We almost took the lead, and it's currently West Ham 0, Norwich 0. Hopefully going more attacking. The match momentum is with us now. It's much better than it was. We are starting to create chances. We're not getting them on target. And so I think we need to be telling these boys we simply have to be better in front of goal. And I will be telling Wilden he's not playing very well. Kitambala is having a poor game. Pehwan also, poor game. And Hernandez, poor game. And so I will be telling them, you have not been good enough. Get it together. We need to win this. Is this the only trophy that we haven't won? We are still fit. We are still capable of doing it. West Ham, though, have been creating so many chances. We've had all the possession, but we are just not matching them up top. Here is Zaprapoulos, though, with a corner. Can we swing in a corner and score? And Raheem has scored from the corner. It is West Ham 0, Norwich 1. We are back. And Wilden is fortunate. He's on a 6.3. And I think we will need to bring him off. Time to bring Fanardi back on. Time to make some changes. Because we are just not simply playing very well. West Ham are still attacking us. They are a good team. But here's Hernandez. Hernandez, who's not had a great game. Pasquale finds Wilden. Wilden needs to pull his socks up. We're going to tell Wilden to focus. And here is Wilden, though. Wilden chips it over the goalkeeper. He can't get it in, though. And let's just tell Wilden to focus a little bit. It usually works with him before we take him off. That was another poor miss from Wilden. Zaprapoulos will take the corner again to the far post this time. It's headed away, and we can bring it back and attack West Ham again. It comes all the way back to Pasquale. He finds Reguan, and here's Kitambala. Zaprapoulos, he's robbed. Pasquale picks up the loose ball. Wilden is into the penalty area. Wilden still can't get a shot away, and it's time for Wilden to come off, I think, and replace him with Fanardi. Fanardi deserves his chance. Wilden's not going to get his 50th goal this season. I'm going to go and make changes now. And so we have made our changes, but it is West Ham who have the highlight. Is this, of course, I'm thinking now, it's going to go to extra time. Is this a game FM has got for extra time? Here's Plantia, who's just come on for Hernandez. Hernandez didn't have a great game. Maric also, who's just come on, finds Pook. Pook back to Maric. Maric, Jay Neal, who also has just come on. Neal looking for Fanardi. Fanardi's in. Can you finish it? Fanardi has scored. And it is West Ham 0, Norwich 2. That's the way to do it, boys. We are going to win the FA Cup. I do believe it now, and that is the only trophy that we haven't won. And if we do win it, then it keeps the Ferguson challenge alive. We just have one more game after this against Juventus. A win against Juventus, we will have conquered everything, and we will be heroes. Lovely pass from Jay Neal, found Fanardi, beautiful composure. We are 2-0 up, and hopefully now we will just put West Ham to bed. And the low block didn't work against West Ham. We switched it up, started to press them more, went at them, and suddenly our performance improved. We've been the better team since we switched it up. And West Ham, though, are coming forward, but that's a good tackle, but we didn't win the ball. And that is, again, a feature of FM that needs tidying up. When you tackle hard, you don't really seem to look like you've won the ball on the pitch. West Ham trying to bring it forward. We need to be careful defensively, and West Ham almost put it into the net. I need to actually shout at the team, demand more. I do have one more substitution I can make. I will go and do that now. And so we have taken off Clark Pook. We have brought on Aranda. Can Aranda hold on, make the difference? Can he even score and make it 3-0? We do have a free kick, and it is Zaprapoulis. Zaprapoulis finds Pasquale. Pasquale looking inside for Reguan. What a player Reguan has been. Brilliant player. Raheem, who's been in the team for the last 2.5 years, what a player he's been as well. West Ham have tidied up, but it comes out to Kamara. Kamara, who's been our left back for 6 seasons. Reguan all the way back to Prescott. Prescott, who is taking over from Gotts as the number 1 goalkeeper. And here is Plantier. Plantier looking to get up the touchline. Can he get support? Here is Maric. Maric with the ball into the box, looking for Fanardi. Finds Pasquale, Zaprapoulis for Jay Neal. Jay Neal, beautifully done, finds Fanardi. It's 3-0, but it could be offside. The referee is going to check VAR. I think it might be offside. It would be good if Fanardi can score his 2nd goal today. It is going to be awarded. A lovely pass from Jay Neal. He's a lovely player, came in through the youth ranks, and he always does look for support before he takes a shot, and he found Fanardi. Fanardi has made it 3-0. It's game over. The FA Cup belongs to Norwich this season. We are proud as punch. Can we make it 4? Lovely ball. It's 4-0. Raheem has put it beyond doubt. West Ham have been steamrolled. We've rolled them over. West Ham started well. We changed from the low block. We started to play with a much higher press, put much more pressure on them. We've steamrolled them. It's all over now. We are going to lift the FA Cup. This is our 4th trophy this season. Our 5th trophy this season. 5 out of 6. We have one more competition left to play. We have the Champions League left to play. Can we win the Champions League on top of everything else? 5 out of 5 is some achievement. What a bunch of players these have been, and they have been with me in the main all through the 7 years. Some of them have been with me, like Wilden, for 7 years, like Clark Pook, 7 years. There are a number of players who've been with me for 6 years. What a team this has become. But now I just feel that we are at the end of the line. We have become the greatest team in Europe now. One more game to prove that. One more game to beat the Ferguson save. What a result. West Ham 0, Norwich 4. We have won the FA Cup for the first time. And boy, does it feel good. And so we have one more episode to go, where we will play against Juventus in the Champions League final. And then at the end of that, no matter what happens, we will look back on the last 7 seasons and find out just how brilliant it has been and who were the top stars. Lewis Wilden, of course, will be amongst those. Can he score in the Champions League final? Can he get to 50 goals in a season? It would be such a brilliant, brilliant season for him. And so that's it for this episode. If you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, you're in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, do all that good stuff. Help the channel to grow and help us to support the very, very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling above. This channel has been set up to help support the work of the British Heart Foundation. And all that remains to be said for now is stay safe, take care, and we'll see you in the final episode.